Alright. Let's see where we left off. Sliding on non-physical lasers, that's where.
This is just overwhelming. Amazing. How'd Thaddeus make a flying machine in the 1800s? Bet this thing still works.
Oh, I'm sure it's operational.
Dr. M, glad you could see all this. I know you've been looking forward to it.
Looking forward to all this and your death.
Come on,
And
aren't we
your
supposed to
death.
banter a little?
I only talk with my equals, and Bentley said no.
That's a good boy. Mojo Dojo. Bring on the mojo. Ow. How do I hurt you? There. Well, this is not going well overall.
You're as weak as your father.
Yo.
Hey. Here, monkey. Monkey ass over here. There. Alright. Beer day, Kai.
Yeah, you're good.
Clinkies.
Linkies.
Whoa. Must be a good beer.
It's been a day. Not every day that you blow something up with sound waves.
I mean, it makes it sound like a pretty good day. Enough of the laser, buddy. What are you doing? Do I have to get me to hit this? I'm supposed to... Okay, that works. Attacking you with bubbles. This isn't a Mega Man game. Why you make the bubbles stop? Can you not bubble, please? Thank you. Luckily, this game has good autosave. So I didn't lose anything.
It did.
Which is, frankly, at least mildly surprising. I'm not chasing you over those lasers if I don't have to. Can you come closer to the middle, maybe? Whoa, holy shit. Must some heals. Boss fight. Can't. I don't have the slightest opening to get at this guy. There. Grapefruit goes? don't know what a Goes is. Is that a beer brand name? Fook.
You're as weak as your father.
Rude. I would like this part.
The standing on lasers part is kind of cool.
It's kind of cool, even if it's complete nonsense. Like, I'm not wearing special boots or anything. But it's cool.
Not sure special boots would help, to be honest.
Nope, but my regular ass boots sure as hell aren't helping either.
Maybe they're not lasers, maybe they're hard light.
Well, they burn me if I touch them without doing the special move. So it's kind of interesting in the sense that I have to make sure I enact my special move to avoid getting hurt by them. Dramatic things happened. Go say is how it's pronounced? Oh, Japanese. Okay. Is this... But still, is it... Is it the brand name? Is it the type of grapefruit? The type of beer type? What is it? Ah! This is actually one of the riskiest parts of the fight, because if he hits you, you take fall damage on top of the hit damage. Ah! German? Alright. Still doesn't answer my question, though.
I was thinking it was a type of beer, not a brand.
I don't know.
I have been informed of dinner, so I will return.
Dinner.
Don't know what it is. I'll find out.
Damn, it's hard to get at this guy at this phase. Ow. Get him?
You've got some moxie, Sly. I'll give you that.
I don't know what went down between you and my father, but I'm
Beer
telling
type,
you,
okay.
it's not the same with me and Bentley.
You might be right. He risked his life to defend you.
I do the same for him.
Funny. Your father was never such a good friend.
We're all individuals. I might be part of all this, a member of the Cooper line, but in the end, I'm just me. Not Henriette, Thaddeus, Slighton Common, Ryoichi, or my father. Just Sly.
Please, keep your touchy-feely rhetoric to yourself. I can't stomach it. You crews are a bunch of dirty, attention-grubbing thieves. All of you, thieves!
You too, buddy.
Hold it right there! Both of you thieves are going to jail.
Nice to see you, gorgeous.
You too.
Oh, a love interest. I might be beaten, but I'll make you suffer.
Not her!
No one hurt my criminal.
Who's my little criminal? You are. Yes, you are. We're gonna need the foxy lady, hell yeah.
What happened?
Sly?
Where are we? What is this place?
Sly, can you remember anything?
No. Who are you? You look familiar.
I'm Inspector Carmelita Montoya Fox.
And who am I?
You're my partner, Constable Cooper.
Well, partner, we'd better get out of here. The ceiling's gonna go. Haven't got much time.
Let's go.
She jumped on that opportunity, huh? Hey, Larson.
Sly! You in here? Sly? We watched as Dr. M just stood there, unwilling to leave as the walls caved in on the vault. He'd spent his life lusting over the Cooper fortune, and he wasn't going to give it up, no matter what the cost. Our exit was a little rough, but Murray managed to get us out just in time to witness the final fate of the Cooper legacy. It was a bittersweet moment. The end of the road always is. We both looked on, lost in our thoughts, thinking back on all the adventures that had brought us here. The people we'd met and places we'd seen. We'd worked for a long time to get Sly into that great vault, and now its secrets were hidden again, this time for good. I could only hope that he'd found what he was looking for in there. We searched every inch of the island for Sly, retrieving the gang
sure
one
did.
by one, only to make the surprising discovery that he didn't want to be found. As always, he'd left a calling card, only this time, it was worth millions. The months rolled by, and when Sly still hadn't shown up, Murray headed back east to complete his training with the Guru. Without Sly as our leader, for the first time, we each had to step out on our own. A difficult thing. We'd been together ever since we met at the orphanage. To this day, Murray and I are still close. Recently, he's been trying to break into the pro racing circuit, stock van class. Things are looking good. He's got a unique talent for living through crashes other people would have found fatal. Just always bounces clear. And of course, there's Penelope, my new partner in crime. Let me tell ya, I'm in love. She and I have set out on a journey that I never would have dreamed up while running with Sly and Murray, although I hope our paths will cross again soon. So while this might be the end of our adventures together, it could be the start of something even bigger. Time will tell. Literally. 'Cause I'm building a time machine to find out.
Time will tell, literally. The Guru, what you use when you want to make a slimy sauce? Absolutely.
Dimitri went on to become a celebrity skin diver. The ladies flocked to him, and so did the money. I got a postcard from him once. It said, "I'm here, wish you were fine. Like me." He's his own man. The Panda King returned to China and lived a happy life living 2 doors down from his beloved daughter. She, of course, was pleased to have him screen all of her future suitors. As of yet, she's still unmarried.
I bet.
The Guru returned to the Outback and took on some new Dreamtime students. One of which was a high-profile rock star that brought a lot of unwanted media attention. Last I heard, he was hiding out in New York City. Figured it was the last place they'd ever look.
The Oscars. Aww.
That sneaky devil.
And that's how Sly pulled off the biggest heist of his career. Carmelita's heart. Memory lost my ass. Alright, let's see. Let's switch back. Alright, anybody ready for some time travel? Well, let me edit the stream info. Very sneaky of him to find the one thing that was keeping him and Carmelita apart and then figure out a way to remove it. Alright. Well, Bentley was telling us about a time machine he was making, so let's see how that turned out, shall we? Oh, that's actually a separate, that's right, it's a separate game in the thing. So, we're gonna need to find it here. They don't let you actually just do a search, but they do have a section that is by first letter. So, time to scroll for a while. Nope. There we go. Time for PlayStation 3. Thieves break into showbiz and steal our hearts. Cute. Itchy. Yeah. Earbuds make the itchies. Well then. We get an actual start menu this time for a change. Subtitles on, yep. Yep, this all looks good. Contract between earbuds and headphones? I can't wear the hat if I'm wearing headphones. Full story? Sure. I mean, we know it anyways, but let's just see their presentation of it. Oh, we have bottles again. Problem is, Larson, this is not a flexible fabric hat. This is a rigid helmet, so that doesn't work.
I should probably just start at the beginning. The name's Sly. Sly Cooper, and I'm a thief. From a long line of thieves. In fact, thieving is the family business. And business was good. Although, until recently, I considered myself retired. Having hung up my mask and cane, I was enjoying life on the other side of the law. In the company of a certain lovely Interpol agent named Carmelita Fox. She and I had a history, which generally involved her trying to lock me up. So, I should mention our current situation was only possible because she thought I had amnesia. I didn't. It was great to finally enjoy each other's company without a shock pistol being involved, and we quickly put the past behind us. But as time went on, the old itch came back, and I knew I needed to pull a heist. I should also mention that as a master thief, I only steal from other thieves. So it took me a while, but I finally found what I was looking for. My target was an upstart art mogul, a real hotshot collector. He seemed respectable, had even opened a new museum. But I could smell a rat. Reliable sources told me he was dealing in black market antiques worth millions. So I felt he should share the wealth. I was working on a plan
flatulence
when
problem.
one night, as if on cue, Bentley showed up. Bentley was the brains of our operation, the mastermind. We grew up in the same orphanage where we bonded over stealing cookies, our very first heist, and we've been best friends and partners ever since. We hadn't seen each other for a while, but I knew immediately that something was up. Bentley had been enjoying his time off too, building a new lab from scratch with his girlfriend and fellow tech whiz, Penelope. She had joined
Science
the team on our
wine.
last caper, and the two of them had really hit it off. Apparently, they just finished work on a top secret project.
Oh, she grew
and
up
Penelope
fast.
had simply vanished. Bentley was worried sick. He searched frantically but found nothing. Then, he noticed something that completely stunned him. In his spare time, Bentley had been researching the Thievius Raccoonus, the Master Thief's handbook passed down through the Cooper family for generations. Its pages overflowing with the exploits and secret techniques of my esteemed ancestors. Only now, those pages weren't so full. In fact, they were disappearing right before Bentley's eyes. Realizing there was no time to waste, he gathered his gear and raced off to Paris.
That was dramatic.
The first thing Bentley did was track down Murray, the third in our trio. Murray was our enforcer, the muscle, and the guy who'd eaten all the cookies we stole back in our orphanage days. Through the years, the three of us had become an unbeatable team, and we were more like a family now than a gang. Murray had been living his dream on the pro driving circuit, where his van had become famous, or rather, infamous, for all the crashes he'd caused. Eventually, he was unable to find a sponsor due to his high insurance premiums, and he moved into Demolition Derby, where he remained undefeated. When
Sounds
Bentley
like
showed
him.
up, however, Murray dropped everything to help out. Especially when Bentley explained that his van was the key to the whole plan. With Carmelita distracted by a new assignment, I took the opportunity to slip away and met up with the guys at our old Paris hideout. Bentley launched into one of his elaborate presentations, and I saw the whole scary picture. Someone, or something, was literally erasing Cooper history. Then, to our amazement, Bentley revealed that he already had the solution: time travel. It turns out his top secret project was constructing a time machine. And now he modified the design to fit into Murray's van. We were going to travel back in time, stop those responsible, and fix the damage they'd done. Bentley explained the only catch was that in order to travel to a particular time, the machine required an object from that era. We knew from the changes to the Thievius Raccoonus that our first stop was feudal Japan. So here we were, about to steal a priceless 17th century samurai dagger from the same museum I'd been casing. Funny how things work out sometimes.
I'm not sure I like some of the art style changes in the cutscenes, but the voice work is as good as ever. Also, I like how the developer just snuck their own icon into the game.
Okay, you both remember the plan, right?
Of course! My mind is like a steel cap!
That's trap, big guy. And everybody relax. We've been over it a million times. What could possibly go wrong?
Famous
Uh-oh.
last words. Look, we're only gonna get one shot at this, so we can't mess up.
All right, no messing up allowed. Now stop worrying. This is gonna be a piece of cake. I'll see you both inside. Now let's get going.
That music, though. Alright, hang on. I just realized I gotta reshare this in Discord, though. Change windows. There we go. Also, you can tell there was a bit of a gap between games because Sly sounds just a teeny bit different, and Bentley as well.
Yeah.
Like just 5% different. Like you can tell there's been a few years added to their voices.
Yeah, when I looked up what exactly, dang it, I forget her name, what she was, I also came across what she looked like in this game, so I was like, I'm not going to tell them until he gets to this.
Well, I've played this game before. I know what's going to happen, but I'm not going to spoil it for anybody else watching. That's honestly my one complaint about the story. Otherwise, fun game. And being able to actually meet the ancestors that we've been hearing so much about is kind of neat, you know?
If you find the need to adjust your perspective on things, you can move the camera around using the right stick.
You know how I like this rat with smelly bioweapons and a gas mask on? The smell of adventure!
Excellent. It's perfect for peeking around corners.
It's what happens if you combine Momo and Taru. Momo for the rat part, Taru for the freaking stinky part.
Somehow he turned into a rat in the process. I wonder if I can turn up the voices a bit. Or is it all maxed out? Yeah, it's maxed. Okay. He sounds a little distant when it's just in mission chatter. But it sounded okay in the cutscenes and stuff. Okay. So I think I have to get onto that wire. He's a little slower on the wires now, it feels like.
Hey Bentley, was truck surfing part of Murray's entrance strategy?
Of course not. Murray's approach route is through the back alleys. Why do you ask?
No reason. Anyway, it looks like he's in position now.
Make sure you stay on these cables, Sly. You can't risk going down to street level right
What's
now.
going on with this person?
Not a problem, Bentley. A good thief prefers to stay above the action anyway.
Is that a hat or hair?
Looks like the perfect night for a heist.
Yes.
It's a lot of whichever one it is. Certainly handy out more money in this one.
Whoa!
There's a map now? Oh my god. The technology of the PS3. That's a big upgrade. Oh yeah, Larson, I loved Crimson Skies.
Security is
I'm
getting
so sad they never
tougher,
made a
Sly.
sequel to that.
Steer clear of the guards and lights. Avoid sprinting around the guards too. They'll hear your footsteps.
I'll be a ghost, I promise.
Especially since I don't usually like
Sure feels good to be back
flight
in
games,
business.
but it was just, they made it very fun. And there was like entertaining terrain to maneuver around and all that stuff. Whereas the ones in space that are just like a lot of the games that have those are sort of like dogfighting jet plane games or spaceship games. You're just flying around a bunch of nothing. But with Crimson Skies you had like buildings to weave between and canyons to fly through, and it was more interesting.
Looks like security is really beefed up tonight.
It's a cool helicopter shape.
That was too close.
Very sleek. Alright, there's the thing.
Sly, that flagpole looks like it leads right to the roof.
See, I told you it would be a piece
Whee.
of cake. Huh. Guess I'm a little out of practice.
You say something, Sly?
Is that a joke about how many
No.
years it was
All's good
between
here, Bentley.
sequels?
Okay, it looks like you're going to have to find another way up. Use
Yeah.
that ledge to move around to the front of the museum and stay out of that security light.
I think I can handle that.
I did
A lot
get
of
slightly
Crimson Skies
frustrated.
being absolute nonsense, Larson.
Can't
While that
believe the security
every game plot was
place.
nonsense back then.
Better be worth it.
True.
So what was the thing you were gonna say though, Snow?
I did get slightly frustrated earlier today.
Oh,
I have a package for Kai and an envelope
Yeah.
for Artemis that I need to mail out.
mm-hmm.
So I went to go check the hours for the post offices in the vicinity around me.
Aye.
Every single one of them were only open for 2 hours today, and they were at like the butt crack of dawn.
That's weird. I mean, you'd expect better hours on a Sunday, never mind a Saturday.
And they're going to be like that until Christmas Day, to where they will be open all day. And it's like, I'm going to be out of town that day.
Where are you going?
Out of town to visit family.
Yeah.
It Sure looks like somebody spent a fortune on this place.
Gonna be hanging out with my parents and my sister and her 3 crazies. Got presents for each of them. I think they're going to like them. No, not even I think. I know they're going to like them.
Oh, what is it?
Careful now.
My mom's getting a foot warmer / heating pad.
Slowly until you're right behind him. When you're close enough,
My dad's getting a copy of the book that Kai got for me, The Name of the Wind. Seems right up his alley.
perform a stealth slam. Sneak
Patrick
up behind an
Rothfuss.
enemy and press the brake slide. Now use the key to
My sister is getting a tortilla blanket.
Sounds cozy.
Every year I get her something quirky. One year I got her a bacon scented candle.
But has she tried tactical bacon?
Oh jeez. And for her
It's a
3
thing.
kids, her oldest is getting a couple of books that I think she's going to like. Her middle kid, my nephew, he's getting a couple of dinosaur shirts. And the youngest, she is getting a tiger plushie. One of her favorite
That sounds
animals.
cute. Nice.
So, yeah.
And for anybody curious, tactical bacon is
Okay, Bentley, I'm
pre-cooked
in place.
bacon in a
Let me
can.
know when you shut down the security system.
Patience, Sly. You can't rush greatness.
Probably not
and
a great
I'm
idea.
about to code a hacking masterpiece.
Could get it for my sister's whatever he is.
Interesting.
I've made it
Last time I
very
was in these
clear that I
sewers,
don't
was
like
just
him.
a teenager. My mom should make short work of that grate. I just need to press the triangle button to place one. Now that was a blast.
But yeah.
That was a blast. Yeah. I hope it'll be a fun trip.
Should be.
Who says turtles are slow?
He did my jumping noise.
Nice.
Listen. I just know he'd do it. Yeah, he did the little what?
What?
I wonder if that's where I got the idea and I just didn't remember. Also, Larson, the plot was very much in line with Darker is Better and More Serious, her philosophy of its era. Nothing wrong with Darker and
That's a big
Serious.
jump. I better use the hover pack here.
But yes, there was
If
a lot of
I
that going
jump
around
and
back in the
press and
day.
Hold the X button while I'm in the air. Thank you, technology.
I feel it works with pulpy adventure stuff, though, to some degree. You get a mix of
Great,
humor
that
and
platform is
dark
blocked.
serious.
I'll have to throw a bomb to clear it off. If I press and hold the L1 button, I can bring up my ring. That's a direct hit. Ugh.
Ah,
If I fall in that filthy water, I'm buying a new shell.
you can do that?
I guess. It will
Can I buy
say
new
even now.
legs?
Yeah.
Sure. Monkey
So I will
paraglider.
say I'm even now mentally preparing myself because my sister's 3 kids are quite a handful and they do have a big problem of personal space.
What
The
age?
youngest one, the oldest one is I think 9 now.
Oh, that explains it.
The middle one is a year behind her, and the youngest is
still there?
Yeah, trying to think. 4, 5, maybe?
Well, 5, 8, and 9, yeah, those are not ages known for their respective personal space.
Well, the
Yeah.
oldest one is pretty good about it, but she's a hugger. The middle
She's starting
one,
to learn about it, yeah.
the middle one earlier this year, he had surgery to hopefully fix the problem, and hopefully, with a bunch of therapy, he can start walking.
Hopefully. Also, I gotta
And
say, quick side note, I'm noticing a nice new upgrade in this game. I can place bombs without stopping moving.
Yay!
Whereas I had to stop for each bomb before. Which is annoying when I'm trying to fight things that are chasing me. It's too bad I can't do that when I'm playing him, huh?
Phew, talk about your close shaves.
Yeah, the youngest one does have a issue of
Hold on
trying
a
to
sec.
get up in your face.
Hold on.
Be done in a jiffy.
Okay. But hey, little ones being huggers is better than being
Next time, I'm giving
annoying little
Sly a
bastards.
sewer job.
True.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
troublemakers.
Yeah, no. The oldest one kinda mostly keeps to herself.
Except for the hugging.
Now for a
Yeah.
Pennington Bentley hack attack.
Goes in bursts, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
That seems ideal, actually.
She's very much a social butterfly. I do keep telling her, just because someone talks to you or is friendly to you does not mean they are wanting to be your friend.
Of course it does. Don't be silly.
Because she's gotten in trouble at school for talking in class or something.
Hello, friend. We have
Oh, my
And-
tank's an actual turtle now.
before the security code flushes us from the system. The left stick should navigate.
But that teacher, I think, very much just likes hearing herself talk.
The right stick should
So
Yeah.
her and my sister butt heads all the time.
through that firewall.
I think you get that out of a lot of teachers.
Moving while firing is key to cracking this
Yeah.
system.
She got the same teacher me and my sis had when we were in school.
To defeat the firewall.
And both me and when we found out, but my mom told me, and I was just like, oh gosh, not her. Wait, she's still around?
Reinforced firewall is too strong for the bit cannon. If I use that upgrade slot, I can engage my Panzer code.
They're still
Panther
letting her
code.
teach.
Yeah, time to
Doesn't look like a panther at all.
These
Not at all.
shells will crush those firewalls.
It is the right color, though. Wakanda forever!
Security drones! I can either dodge them or blast them.
I think we know what I'm going to be doing then, don't we?
I need to use my shell code to get the data key. I better switch back.
Oops. Wasn't even paying attention, didn't even see that. Alright, super combat tank can't do
All right,
delicate
I can
tasks,
use
okay.
this data key to disable
Yeah.
that firewall.
Makes sense.
Because my sis works a lot, and well, my parents are kind of older. They do the best they can, but I know that they can't give as much attention and such as the 3 kids need.
Yeah.
So whenever I visit, they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's a person!" And it's like, "Oh gosh, I'm gonna get tackled."
Crumbles. Okay, Murray, you're up.
The Murray
I don't mind though.
is on Bentley.
Yeah, Larson, I don't think I've seen the PC version. Is it available still?
Okay, Murray, we need to get you back in fighting shape. Why don't you warm up with a few basic attacks? Press the square button to punch.
The oldest one is the one who got her hair cut short and got poked at. It's like, oh my gosh, you look like a boy. And whenever I get my hair cut, I'm getting my hair cut the same way.
Probably comfy.
Yep. Well, my long hair is getting really difficult to take care of.
Oh, how come? Just getting in
I
your
can't-
way or what?
It's getting in my way. I can't do anything with it. Also, it over half of it is just split ends.
Oof.
You punks better call for backup.
So instead of trying to deal with them or whatever, I'm just cutting them all off.
Fair enough. Hell, that's the solution I took.
Yeah. Also, never seen myself with hair above my shoulder. So I'm just like, I wonder how I'll look in short hair. So I'm gonna do it.
Hey, you don't know until you try, right?
Yeah.
I never expected that shaving my head was gonna be a good idea, but it turned out to be a great idea. Little COVID fashion for you.
Oh, I mean, with the whole quarantine and everything, I contemplated like no one's gonna see me. Also, I can just wear a hat.
Come on, I was expecting
I mean, it's why quarantining is why I did it. I didn't want to go to a barber shop.
Okay, fair.
It's like, well, that sounds like a breeding place for spreading germs around. You know, there's a pandemic going on, and I mean, I feel bad for the barber. They're probably infected already.
Yeah.
And if not, there's probably something floating around the place from all the customers. I don't want to go in there. So I'll just do my own haircut. It'll probably fuck that up, so I'll just get rid of it. And that's when I showed you guys, and everybody was like, holy shit.
The hat does come off.
Well, that too. But I remember people being surprised and impressed at the look of it. So I was like, hey, you know what? I kind of like it.
You punks better call for backup.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to like it. I'll stick with
Sadly,
it.
a lot of places around here want to do the whole 9 yards sort of dealio and charge like 200 for it. It's like, no, thank you. What happened to just like pay $20 to get your hair cut and that's it?
You're still kidding, right? I mean, that's what I used to pay.
Yeah.
But now I don't have to at all. Haha.
That's what I'm used to, but
Huh? Where did you
the lady that
Hold on.
does my hair.
Hold up.
Okay.
Game is talking. Well, it was. Probably will again in a second. Cuddle puddle.
Is that the best you've got?
Explode out.
Piece of That felt great.
I like how their little death
Everything okay?
skulls are
Now it
actual
is.
rats as well.
Hurry, don't forget to use your throwing ability. Press the circle button to stop near an object and you will pick it up. Then press the square button to throw the object. If you press the triangle button instead, you can slam the object down.
Alright, you were saying?
The same lady that does my parents' hair, she did mine up until I moved out. And it was pay $20 and like haircut, and that's it.
Grab those junction boxes.
Never had a bad one.
Nice.
Okay, Sly, the security system is down. You're all clear.
Great.
I'm going in.
Yoink.
What the?
You didn't really think you were gonna get away with it, did you, Ringtail?
Oh.
Hey, Carmelita! Oh, funny meeting you here.
Sly Cooper, you no good lying thief! I'm locking you up for good!
Sorry, gotta take a rain check. I'll call you.
Cooper!
Good evening, this is Sly Cooper. I'd like to request a ride.
You, Sly. Now quit messing around and get down here. We're in the van and ready to roll.
Au revoir.
Let's hit it.
Buckle up, boys! Oh yeah! Just
like
like in a
Yum.
demolition derby!
Look out! No!
I know it looks like it, by the way, but I'm not controlling this.
Watch out for those trees! Where are you going?
Just setting up for the jump! Welcome to Air Murray! Thanks for flying!
That was some interesting
Landing,
physics.
Murray. Hey, Bentley, not to
Wait.
complain, but we're kind of trapped.
Why did that six-sided die have a 9 on it?
Sly, just put the dagger in the receptacle. Perfect. Isotopic decay calibrated. Adjusting fusion synthesis. Anytime you want to punch it, Murray.
You got it, chum!
Murray always wants to punch it.
Slow down, Murray.
I never do! Whoa!
88 miles per hour. And they are very confused.
Well, what else can I say about Carmelita? As you can see, our relationship is complicated. And I just succeeded in upgrading it to hazardous. I certainly wasn't expecting her to crash the party. She'd been so busy with her latest case, I never thought she'd have her eye on me. In fact, I'd kind of been counting on it. But then, I should have known better than to underestimate Inspector Carmelita Fox. As much as she liked having fun, Carmelita was serious about her police work. And now, I had a lot of explaining to do. But the plan was in motion, and there was no stopping now. Even though I was thinking I'd need the time machine just to patch things up with Carmelita. Before the heist, we'd recruited our disco-loving, scuba-diving friend, Dimitri Lestow, to look after the Thievius Raccoonus. Because it was irreplaceable and the only guide we had, it was far too risky to take the book through time with us. Bentley had even invented a communication device to allow us to contact Dimitri no matter where or when we travel. It was a perfect situation, since it allowed him to update us on any changes to the book while limiting our exposure to his fashion critiques. Everything was happening so fast. The past few days were just a blur. But as we howled through the time vortex, I realized we were in for a very long trip. We needed to locate Ryuichi Cooper, Master Ninja, and Master Chef. According to the Cooper clan history, Ryuichi Cooper was actually the inventor of sushi. After creating this delectable dish, he opened a sushi restaurant, which, while very prosperous, also provided the perfect cover for a ninja. When we got to Japan, it was obvious something was very wrong. What should have been a peaceful village was more like a heavily patrolled military base. We located Ryuichi's sushi restaurant only to find it shut down and under guard. Things got worse when Bentley discovered that Ryuichi was locked up in a new high-security jail, allegedly for serving bad sushi to the shogun. It all sounded like a pretty tough piece of fish to swallow. We needed to get to the bottom of the situation, and the first order of business was getting Ryuichi out of prison.
Hey, it's possibly Tony. How you doing?
Mhm.
I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
The character's name, I keep trying, like my brain keeps trying to process what they keep saying, but it's not like it's not computing what it's being said because it just sounds like just a mumble.
Oh, yeah?
It's like, okay, what is this particular Cooper's name?
Ryuichi.
Ryuichi.
Mm-hmm. Elbow El Dropo combo.
Okay.
I'll try that out.
The first dragon? Possibly?
I don't know about the Ichi part. I know Ryu is dragon. I don't know what Ichi is. Yeah, Ryuichi Cooper. Yes, it's a very British last name for a very Japanese fellow. Well, I mean, he's not necessary. Actually, I guess they have said Cooper, haven't they? I was gonna say the Cooper name might have come in later along the family line, but I'm pretty sure they actually said Ryuichi Cooper straight out at some point. But I guess, you know, this isn't actual Earth, really, so they can have their weird lineage names. If they want, I guess. $1603. It is a real party. Look at this place. Also, this is weird. Look. We've got a container of what looks like toxic gunk with those rat troop gas masks on in feudal Japan. I think I smell a rat. Figuratively and literally. Time shenanigans, indeed. I don't remember what this is. Looks like it releases a gas charge, though. I don't want to... Probably don't want to hit that. Okay. Let's get up high somewhere so we can see what's going on. Oh, I like that light circle pattern. Like, it's got the actual shading from the lantern, yeah, in the circle. That's a nice touch. Alright, there's something photo op over there. Alright, we gotta case the joint. Alright. We've got the bottles again from number 2. Shouldn't it be Cooper Ryuichi? I mean, I don't know what the language laws are like in... I don't know how grammar works in this version of Japan.
Normally, it would be the family name first.
Yeah, in our Earth it would be. This is not our Earth, though, so maybe they do it differently. This is alternate fur Earth.
And normally you would refer to someone by their last name, unless you're like super familiar with them.
Yeah.
If just meeting someone, you don't call them by their first name. By their like personal name.
Yeah, this is Firth, not Earth. I saw this other game that had a furry setting to it, and they were... You know how sometimes some settings or like some story settings will just go like super balls to the wall with the furry stuff? like what they were doing, like not only was everybody an anthro character, but they didn't even use words like, instead of calling the people that lived in their city citizens, they were called furtisans. And I'm like, that's maybe a bit much. What are you doing?
Yeah, it would be one dragon, because Ichi is one.
I thought first was a good way to do it. The first dragon, that's a good name. Down there. Alright. Ah! Overshot slightly. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
I want it. Now it's the treasure system from the second game. Bringing back a bunch of things from that one. Oh, I can't do the mission right now. I have exploding treasure.
Uh-oh.
For some reason. That's not being very furtive. Yes, exactly. I think even the name of the money in that game had the word fur in it. Like, it was just like, okay, guys, we get it. We get it.
Okay, Sly. We need to break Ryuichi out of jail. I have some ideas, but you know the drill. I need you to do some recon for me.
Camera work?
Correctamundo, mon ami. I need some shots of the prison entrance and the samurai armor those big guards are wearing.
Weird mixing of language.
You should also grab some shots of Ryuichi's restaurant. We
That's
seem to
not how
excel
you
at
spell
that.
that.
Capiche?
Yeah, I got you, pal. But maybe we should stick with English.
Sayonara, Cooper-san.
Eh.
I can't believe we made it out of Paris one piece.
They did get that right, though.
What?
That is actually how you say goodbye in Japanese. Sayonara.
Yes. Imagine if everything in human society had the word skin in it. Oops.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it is kind of weird that they say fur all the time, isn't it? Like, we're not called skinizens. God damn it. How many ways can I find to fall off of this thing? There we go. I don't know. Some Marines are just a little too into the whole thing. Either that or they just love puns a bit too much. Probably both.
Mm-hmm.
Absurdist horror setting? Yeah. Hey Larson, have you ever heard of this story called Saya no Uto? It's a little bit along those lines. Somewhat. Very unsettling. Or is it Uta, I think. Saya no Uta, something like that. Very
Maybe?
fleshy. Very fleshy story. Anyways, the basis for it is that I don't know if this is a real thing or what it's called, but the protagonist is somebody who has this very obscure or disorder mental disorder where he sees people, like, he doesn't see people as they are, he sees them as like weird flesh horror monsters. And he's just not having a good time in his life.
The Love Town disorder.
Yeah, he sees everybody as Love Towns or something even worse, like even less human. At least Love Town is like an amalgamation golem that is still overall human-ish shaped, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for him, it's more like just flesh blobs and tentacle piles.
Lovely.
But he knows that this is a thing, and so like he knows they're not really that. But it's still very upsetting for him to interact with people. And shit gets weirder from there. Actually, stuff starts getting weird when he meets a young girl who looks like a normal young girl, and it's like the only human that looks like an actual human to him.
Makes you wonder what she actually looks like.
It does, doesn't it? I'll just say I've seen enough of it to know the answer to that question, and it's a very valid question. Let's just say that.
Yeah?
What? Why do they always notice they've been pickpocketed right after I do it? I'm not very good at this, am I?
Nope.
Yeah, now I'm dead.
I can't believe we made it out of Paris in one piece.
Oops.
Didn't notice that time. Weird. Actually, I was only supposed to photograph him, so I guess I just got bonus money. One thing that's really throwing me off, though, is the Budokukan controls are all reversed from what they used to be. Like, not as far as directions, but...
And real ugly, too. That was definitely not his
like,
best side.
I used to move it around with the left stick and use the right stick to zoom in and out. Now it's left stick to zoom and right stick to move it. It's very disorienting.
I really don't like the look of that place.
I like how the door looks like it's got a helmet
Something
on.
tells me the inside looks even worse. How will I explain this to Carmelita? Time travel? She'll never believe it.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to invite her along on a time date. I'm on this now. Okay. I could probably just photographing this gate, I guess. Yoink. Yeah, Larson, maybe it was just him turning around at that particular moment, but I thought I was off to the side from him.
Might be the largest gate I've ever seen.
Maybe not.
The thief in me just needs to know what's behind it. I think the next time I see Carmelita, I'd better duck first and ask questions later.
I wish the random chatter volume was a little higher. I'm missing out on some good stuff half the time. Also, yeah, something doesn't look right for feudal Japan here. Can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah, I don't think they have electricity like that.
I love sushi. Sly, there's some kind of commotion outside the local geisha house. Go check it out and grab some shots too.
Bentley, remind me to buy you your own camera.
Also, don't take a camera to the geisha house. See a commotion, but maybe I just got a bad angle on it. Nope, no commotion. So we'll just get photograph the non-commotion.
That's a look.
El Jefe, a classic feudal Japanese name. I think it's kind of part of the time shenanigans.
This guy definitely looks out of place.
Probably so.
I better get a shot of this guy's ugly mug for Bentley.
Also, if I remember correctly, this guy is a well-known voice actor.
Somewhere. I'm pretty sure they didn't smoke Cuban cigars in ancient Japan.
Great shot.
Sly, I'm sure I recognize that guy. He's wanted by Interpol. He's a ruthless mercenary general responsible for overthrowing several small countries.
So, what kind of mess are we in, Bentley?
I don't know, but one thing's certain. My hunch was correct. We aren't the only ones with a time machine.
Well, that is why we're here. Disco Yakuza, that sounds like fun.
He's voiced by Nolan North.
Yes, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of good voice acting in these games, but most of the time, it's by people whose names I don't recognize. But Nolan North, I know me some Nolan North.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could try this. I have not played any of the Yakuza games, Larson. They don't interest me. Well, I'll go back out again to Sly, because I'm not sure what's needed. From what I can see, the Yakuza games lean heavily on the idea that there's so many mini games and random bullshit you can do in these games, and I don't give a damn about any of that. I'm playing the game to play the game, not because, like, why would I play a game about a Yakuza member if I was interested in going bowling or, you know, darts or something? Why don't I play a game about bowling if I want that?
Even the Yakuza need a hobby.
I mean, sure, but I don't want to play it. It's like the old Shenmue games. It's a game about other games, not about itself.
I thought that was a movie about a whale.
That's not how you pronounce Free Willy.
That's not how you pronounce Shamu either.
Shamu? Why? What? We're not talking about sponges. Oh wait, that's Sham. Wow, sorry.
Not if you use it on a cow.
True.
Oh,
it's not about going bowling, it's about seeing Kazuma Kiryu, the Dragon of Dojima, going bowling. Still don't give a fuck.
So whenever that tiger talks, you hear the voice of Nathan Drake come out, apparently.
Yep.
You
Yep, we
take it,
found us a Nolan North in this game, Kai.
Finish the other game, I take it?
Yep. Yep, we did.
Also,
Oh, you
also
missed
in...
you missed some adorable sneakiness.
Mm-hmm.
Sly
Yeah.
found a way to he identified the one thing that was standing in the way of his and Carmelita's love, and he found a way to get rid of it.
Oh.
She was going to get shot by the end boss at the end of the game, so he dove in the way and took the hit for her, and then pretended to have amnesia as a result. So now he's not a thief anymore, he's just some guy.
At least at first. Now he's kind of in deep
Yep.
shit again.
So he asked her, who am I anyway? And she said, you're Constable Cooper, my partner. And he said, all right, let's get back to work then.
That's adorable.
She took the opportunity, and they were dating for a few months before he started getting the itch to thief again. And she caught him. And now she's mad at him again. But it was adorable for a little while. Oh,
It's
now we're
still
in feudal
pretty
Japan.
This place is locked down tighter than, well, tighter than something.
Your database security, Murray's pants.
Whatever, Sly. This is no laughing matter.
Murray
I
doesn't wear
checked,
pants.
And there really is no way in except for the front
No, he
entrance.
doesn't.
I think there's only one option.
The doorbell.
Very funny. No, you're going to need a disguise. Get yourself a suit of armor from those guards. That's our way in.
Roger that. Just call me Samurai Sly.
No, never.
Aw.
Where the first Dragon Cooper is kind of in jail for serving bad sushi, apparently.
Or at least that's the accusation. Probably a frame job, though, because apparently he's the one in this timeline, or this version of Not Earth. Our Japanese ancestor was the one who invented sushi. And then got blamed for serving bad sushi. Seems unlikely.
Something tells me that the creator of sushi would not be the one to make bad sushi.
Exactly.
True.
They wanted him out of the way. So there's some time shenanigans going on, and we're enacting our own time shenanigans to fix them. Somebody's fucking with the timeline. And we're here to fuck with those people. Not that we know who they are yet. Apparently Nolan North is involved.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he is.
Also, apparently he voiced a Deadpool in
Yep.
a either animation or video game.
Video game.
Video game. Okay.
Technically 2 video games at the there was a Deadpool game that got taken off of stores at one point for some reason. Because Marvel wanted to for some reason, I don't know why. Yeah, there was a Deadpool game and it was incredible. And it was voiced by Nolan North, and at one point in the game, actually at the beginning of the game, during the story setup, Deadpool calls Nolan North on the phone to yell at him for something.
See, he also voiced one of the best comic book butlers, Alfred Pennyworth,
Sweet. I think
in one of the Lego
yeah.
games.
Cool. Let me see, what was the other game he was in? Oh yeah, in Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, where you play as 4 different versions of Spider-Man. In the Ultimate Spider-Man levels, in one of the Ultimate Spider-Man levels, Ultimate Spider-Man fights Ultimate Marvel Deadpool, and Nolan North voiced that as well. Which actually came first between the 2 games, I think. How many other comic book butlers are there? I mean,
Quite a few.
saying that Alfred is one of the best comic book butlers ever probably is a small pool of competition, but it's still true. Doesn't make him any
Also,
less awesome.
One of the better known ones I've noticed.
Also, yes, Larson, good point. We have already come to the conclusion that this version of Earth is called Firth, because it is furry Earth. As opposed to Skin Earth.
Yes. Hello, Skinner just sounds disturbing. Please don't ever say that again.
Oh, you missed that whole conversation, Kai.
You got the helmet.
I was trying to say hello to Larson. I have been rudely interrupted with Skin Earth.
Oops. We were talking while you were gone about how some furry story writers take shit too far with the fur nonsense. Because there's a game I was checking out where it's a furry game, but the citizens of the city are not called citizens; they're called furtisans. And I'm just like, what the fuck? We get that it's a furry game. You don't have to remind us every 5 seconds. And Larson made the point that you don't see humans being calling everything skin or whatever, like skinizens.
Nice.
There's a reason for that.
So that's why we're talking about. That's where the Skin Earth idea came from.
That's also why we don't go around calling our hairless cat skin fence, because that's also disturbing.
As opposed to fur babies. Yeah.
Yes, I'm calling you out, Snow, because that's really disturbing.
Well, she can't call Momo a fur baby. She's got to call him something.
He has tiny
other
hairs.
Than, hey,
he
you
has
little
fur.
asshole.
He has fuzzy feet.
Oh, what the hell's going on with this treasure? I'm just wearing a piece of lettuce on my back.
But does it think it's a lettuce?
I'm not terribly interested in its opinion.
It looks more like the underside of a lily pad.
It actually might be what it is.
Is something, when you get around to reading it, Kren, that I would love to be able to see your reaction when you finally read that.
That?
I'm making a reference about does it think it's a lettuce?
Okay.
I'm assuming you have every intention of reading the Kingkiller Chronicles at some point?
I don't know. What's that?
That would be the books that Patrick Rothfuss are writing.
Oh, yes.
It's a reference to one of those books.
Excellent.
It is such a glorious piece of writing. We could try calling it that, but I doubt it would let us.
No. I love having Larson around.
True.
Yeah. Don't do that, you scared me.
Trying to keep crinkling noises to a minimum, but if you hear anything, I'm removing supports on a 3D print.
Ah.
I'm trying not to cut myself in the process.
Yeah, please don't do that.
It's okay, Kai. We know you only cut yourself unexpectedly and by accident. So, therefore, knowing that the threat exists, it probably won't happen.
I wish it were that simple.
That's how it usually worked with me, anyway. When you work at a restaurant, you don't cut yourself on the things that you know are threats. You cut yourself on the other things. Such as the edge of a sheet or mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been over this before.
I think it's honestly kind of surprising. You wouldn't think that 3D printed plastic would be that sharp when it comes to supports, because it's the weakest part of the print.
Is it sort of like a paper cut situation?
No, actually, it can actually be like remove pieces of flesh kind of situation. It
is sharp because of how thin it is.
Well, yeah, the extrusions are less than half a millimeter wide, so yeah, it's definitely quite thin. But
It's that same sort of reasoning as to why paper can cut you. Yeah.
it's generally not like a stab, although I have gotten plastic slivers that fucking hurt. You have not lived until you've had a piece of 0.4 millimeter extrusion be like 5 mil into the tip of your finger. It hurts.
How?
Ouch. Also, I like how
still
that
have-
guy was just walking around with a whole suit of armor just hanging off his hip.
Right?
Yeah.
But
All right. Let's have a quick save, and it's time for a break before we finish this, because I need more agua.
Okay.
By which I mean any agua, because I had beer. Okay, be right back.
yay.
I still have a scar along my left hand from where I cut my hand with a box cutter while I was working because someone decided that the rest of the aisle wasn't enough. They needed to literally walk right behind me as I was opening a box.
Box cutters are nasty.
Oh yeah.
Right, well, I know what I get to print tomorrow.
My coworker she handled what happened after I just wrapped my hand up in a paper towel and shoved it in my pocket and finished checking someone out. Told her I was gonna go take care of something. She's like, "What?" I pulled my hand down. She's like, "Yeah, go deal with that. I'll deal. I gotcha." Said person came up to try to complain that I was in their way and I was blocking an aisle, and she very politely threatened them bodily harm if they didn't get out of the store.
Good on her.
Yep. Oh, Georgette is an amazing lady. While she was working there, she was actually going to she was actually taking college classes. She wanted to be a nutritionalist.
Nice. I will be right back, for I have
Uh
forgotten my drink out in the other room.
oh.
Snowcat, why are you blocking the aisles all the time?
I wasn't. I was actually squished up against one of like a set of shelves trying to open a box.
Must be a thin aisle then.
Not really. This person was just looking for trouble.
Yeah. And you're right, Larson. Nutritionalist isn't a word. She meant nutritionist. You know what she meant.
Larson's being pedantic again.
Well, he's in good company with the rest of us, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But,
Back to the heist.
My boss was actually getting mad at me. It's like you better not have to take any work off for this.
For what?
For slicing my hand open with the box cutter. For getting bumped into.
What a dick. Better not be costing any work for not doing anything at all.
Which my response was bold words coming from someone who can't even reach the top shelves.
Oh. Got him. Can I, like, boost on this? No.
Yes, she was my boss, but I made it very clear I wasn't scared of her.
Don't take no shit. How did that go over? Cool, good to hear.
Well, she's like, I could get you fired. My response, okay, do it. I didn't.
Weird threat from somebody who's worried about losing labor time already, right?
Oh, we were understaffed as heck already. Because she kept running people off.
God, she's such a bitch.
Last I heard from a friend of mine who I got to work with that moved on to bigger and better things. That lady is still working there and can't keep people longer than a couple of months now.
What a shock. Can't imagine why.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I mean, that is a word that can be used for it, Larson, but...
A dietitian and a nutritionist are actually two different things.
Yeah.
Some people use them interchangeably, though.
They
Because
shouldn't
they
be.
don't know the differences.
There are subtle differences, but there are differences.
I imagine it probably revolves around the idea that a nutritionist is just trying to promote health, whereas a dietitian is trying to help with weight loss, specifically.
Well, sometimes a dietitian is there for a specific kind of diet. So if you have diabetes or a specialty kind of diet, their job is to make sure that you have a diet that covers all of your major needs while also fitting inside of that. Where a
So
nutritionist
she's taking the
is just
dye out of diet, then.
essentially, where a nutritionist is just general nutrition. Basically, a little bit of everything. A nutritionist should be able to do everything that a dietitian can do, but a dietitian is going to be more specific.
So it's a nutritionist plus.
Right. Sort of like a general practitioner will get you close enough, but you might want a specialist at some point.
I thought I was far enough away from the guards that they wouldn't hear that. I was wrong. Oops. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying how much prettier this game is now. Amazing what going up a console generation can do for you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And it seems that, I guess people liked certain aspects of 2 that were missing from 3 because they brought them back. Remember Kai was commenting about how Sly 3 didn't have the bottles and the collectible treasures for money system that number 2 had? They brought both of those back.
Nice. And that's also not technically true, Larson. Nutritionists do have a certification.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things. It's like technically speaking, there's a lot of good sound science in medicine that is qualified as homeopathy because it is alternative.
Oh man.
For example, chiropractic is homeopathy, but it's also backed by sound science. You don't. If a chiropractor who is there to realign your spine is a good chiropractor. A chiropractor who is there to realign your spine because you have cancer of the spleen is a quack.
Yeah.
And a chiropractor has a certification, just like a nutritionist does.
What the hell's going on with the wobbly shield? That's weird.
I'm also...
Sly, you've got the complete suit
Yep.
of armor.
Going off of how things work this side of the pond, so...
With the guards. As long as you're wearing it, they'll think you're one of them. Press the L2 button to change into the armor. Press the L2 button again to take it off. And don't forget, you won't be able to use your normal moves while in disguise.
Thanks, Bentley.
Yeah, that's
Time
right,
to try
Sly.
this
Take
out
it off,
and
you
go
dirty
out the
boy.
prison door.
Actually, I wish I could remember her name. But she was Civil War era. Sorry, no. Not Civil War era.
God damn it.
Revolutionary War era. And she's considered, like, this huge totem of nursing by history, but history really did her a disservice because she was actually a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
She was also a homeopath.
Doctors are really good at nursing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now, certain types of homeopaths will use that as legitimacy for what they pun. The fact of the matter is that she was a chiropractor. All the Googling in the world, Larson, will not beat personal experience. And I'm talking about people that I know. That are certified nutritionists. And chiropractors, for that matter.
Oh, man.
The good kind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I have no luck with this freaking treasure. Oh, well.
actually, one of the times that I heard Patrick Rothfuss use the term stirring the turd was actually on a conversation very similar to this, because he had somebody come in and she is a registered, trained chiropractor, and somebody just without any claim otherwise or whatever, just said, yeah, well, chiropractic is homeopathy. And Pat said, for one thing, told him to stop stirring the turd, and she said, yeah, I don't claim to be anything else. I'm not a neurosurgeon. I know where my lane is, and I stay in it. So it's like, yeah, she fully recognized that, yeah, it's homeopathy. What's your fucking point? That doesn't make it invalid.
Yep.
Just because of a few...
Yeah, just because there's a few charlatans out there ruining it for everybody, it doesn't mean it's not valid in its own ways.
Yeah. There's a lot of alternative medicines, like old treatments. A lot of Chinese medicine is considered homeopathy. And again, we look at this scientifically, we see that there's truth to a lot of it. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Still homeopathy. Yep. Chiropractors are homeopaths. Crazy, huh? Because it's an alternative medicine. Anything that is an alternative medicine is classified as homeopathy. Just so long as, you know, they stay in their lane, I don't really care what they practice, right? Like, I'm here to get my spine aligned, not get my spine aligned because, you know...
I mean, I care somewhat.
Well, okay.
If they are one of those quacks, I don't want them to be aligning anything.
Well, the thing is that the funny thing is that the quacks are actually really good at chiropractic, but they're also really good at telling you that it's going to do something that it's not.
Hello, fellow guardsmen.
Like,
do you like my guardsman strut?
Just said, it's
legitimate guardsman.
All about staying in your lane. A spinal alignment or a neck alignment is super important and can be super helpful to your overall health. It's not gonna cure cancer, it's not gonna cure shit. It's going to do a lot of good things, but that ain't one of them.
Yep.
Sad to say. I wish it would. I wish it could. I would love to say, yeah, you know, you have, you know, pancreatic cancer, like one of the great artists that we just recently lost. You know, you say, yeah, go get a spinal alignment. You know, you'll still be with us in 5 years. But that's just not the way it works.
I falled.
You falled?
I did.
Oh no.
I did an accidental water.
Oops.
I don't remember their name, Larson, but I know that it was,
You there, open the door.
a fairly prolific artist. Well known.
Who are you? Why, I am Major Mugshot.
Huh? Mugshot? I've never heard of you.
Ha! You dare question me? Son, I've been a guard since you were just a squealing piglet.
What?
Till I tell the general about this. I hear he loves pork chops.
Wait, I'm very sorry, sir. I didn't recognize you. Please, go right in.
Sucker.
Unfortunately, generic character probably does not have a name, so finding out if that was the same voice actor who voiced Pete would be a bitch.
Random guardsman. I think it would be credited
sound a lot
as
like Pete, didn't it?
additional voices.
It's just a thing that a lot of people are doing as of late when it comes to something like that, is selling NFTs of,
Every goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Although, funny thing with that is, the guys making Stalker 2,
Cooper. I can't believe it.
they backed off of the NFTs they were selling because everybody got mad at them. Well, that's somebody's kink. That's the thing.
Can we show this on Twitch?
No.
Yeah, you're right. I probably shouldn't.
I'm less concerned about the kink and more concerned about this.
You gods all seem to make very poor jokes.
Come on, I'm not one of those bozos. I'm here to bust you out. The name's Sly.
Ah, I see. A fellow ninja. Very good. You will need to make your way to the Dragon Bridge to reach this cage. Hurry up!
Okay, I'll be there soon. Just stay put.
I'm just glad my ancient Japanese ancestor speaks English. Steve Bloom, what? What's going on with Steve Bloom?
Sly, you might want to put on that armor before the guards spot you.
Shut up, Bentley. So you're just as annoying and dumb as ever. Cross space, there we go. Wasn't that Steve Bloom? I don't know, was it? I've never heard him do a Japanese accent before, so I don't know.
Ryuichi invented the ninja spire jump. He's
Maybe.
awesome.
That was a weird random thing to blurt out, Sly. That doesn't go anywhere.
Steve does the voices for the cruel crocodiles and the selfish squirrels.
So no, it wasn't him. Actually, wait. I wonder if I can sneak by because he's not looking right now. Because I can't get up this thing. Oh, let's see what happens. Nope. Can't jump in the armor.
That's obnoxious.
The growl is usually pretty recognizable, Larson, which is why I didn't recognize it just now, because it wasn't him.
I don't
know what we
remember
like
the
to say
name.
on this channel. I knows me a Steve Bloom when I hears one.
True. Generally, you do.
Oh, there we go. Here's the next one. That's sadistic.
Tickling.
Sly, that samurai armor is highly unique. I've done some tests, and I'm positive it's fire resistant. While wearing it, you should be able to walk directly.
I prefer proof rather than resistant.
Sly, that armor is pretty tough, but I'm fairly certain it won't stop a giant axe.
Ah. Misjudged my timing. I was trying to sneak through right after the axe went by, and instead I just took it in the face. Ladies.
It says
Printed in
nothing about
IMDb?
that.
Oh.
I saw nothing about that when I just looked.
We're gonna need a battle of screenshots, I guess.
I just looked and it said that he voiced the, those two minor characters. He didn't say anything about.
Try looking at it from the other angle. Rather than looking up Steve Bloom, look up Ryuichi Cooper.
That was a hot situation.
Maybe that was my mistake. I'll look at it from that angle. Yep, right off the bat came right up. Yep, Steve Bloom.
Alright, well there you go.
Wow.
You threw me off by doing an
That was weird.
accent. He's not usually that crafty. Alright, so we got Nolan North and Steve Bloom. Now we just need Troy Baker and Jennifer Hale. And maybe Ashley Birch. In there, I gotta sneak in from the other side.
I think in all honesty, I'm less concerned about the, slapping and kicking and more concerned about the fact that they chose 4 spokes for the kicking one, because it looks oddly disturbing. Sort of, spinning swastika-like.
Oh dear.
I mean, it was a valid religious symbol until a certain group of people reversed the shape of it.
True.
Used it for something else.
In fact, I would say it's even still today a valid symbol for anybody who wants to follow that particular faith.
No way I can let this guy down.
But, see, people don't understand context or nuance.
Exactly. I doubt your ear for Bloom ever again. I guess not.
Sadly, it does seem like a lot of people nowadays are just looking to be offended over anything that
Well, they
will
will
give them
manufacture things to
attention.
be offended over that don't exist.
Because people
Hold
are
on.
that starved
Hold
for
on.
attention.
Thanks, Bentley. How about some good news?
Look around, Sly. One of these guards must have the key.
See, that's more like it.
You're having some trouble noticing when the game is talking today, aren't you, Snow?
No, my brain just works in the way of if I don't get something out, I'm going to immediately forget it and never remember it again.
Well, that makes you very streamer adjacent then.
No, that's a very fun thing called ADHD.
Yeah, streamers have manufactured ADHD. And if you already have ADHD like I do, it's a lot of fun.
That key is a lot smaller than that lock, but okay.
Chances are in Tanzania they were religious buildings, yes. I guess the big question is, were they at 45-degree angles?
I think it's also about which way the, whether the tips of them are pointing clockwise or counterclockwise. I'm not sure the angle's part of it, or is it?
The angle is definitely part of it, because traditionally it's, like, straight up and down.
Attack. Press and hold the square button to charge up. Then release the button to swing the shield. Time your swing to hit incoming projectiles.
The left or right facing, those have genuine meaning to them as well, outside of that. But to my knowledge, the 45-degree angled one does not have a meaning outside of just that one.
Hi, Blast.
Hey, Blast.
Hold on, Ryoichi. You won't be a prisoner much longer.
Snow, I don't know why you're having trouble detecting the voice bits there. Is the share not working in Discord?
But only a true Koopa could have reached this cage.
No, it's working. It's just every time I go to say something, those pop up and I immediately have to shut up.
I'm your relative. From the future.
Do not worry, ninja are never alarmed. With all that has happened here lately, I believe you. Now perhaps you would open the cage so that we may escape certain death.
Right, of course.
Team up time. You know, it's okay if it happens a little bit, Snow. You just gotta try to pause yourself if you catch it happening. That's all. Yes, Andre the Tmitsi. That was a fun character too. Alright, we're probably gonna get a cutscene here. I'm guessing.
After rescuing Ryoichi, we returned to the hideout. Unfortunately, there wasn't much time for family reunions. We needed to figure out what was going on, and fast. Ryoichi confirmed that the source of the trouble was the tiger we had tracked in the village, someone calling himself El Jefe. After some more database digging, Bentley was able to uncover his Interpol file. El Jefe had an impressive record. Over the years, he had taken over dozens of small countries around the globe, usually for the highest bidder. He was a ruthless mercenary and military strategist of the highest order. In fact, he once boasted that he could overthrow a country commanding only 3 blind mice, armed with plastic spoons. According to his file, this guy had mysteriously vanished a while back, just as the authorities were closing in. Well, we had found him, and we needed to take him down. It looked like we were in for a tough battle, so we decided to start with Ryoichi's sushi shop.
Yeah, I do. So anybody who's still got IMDb open, I'm curious to see if anybody can check that list again, see if Jennifer Hale or Troy Baker are in there anywhere. Or, what's that game? I don't remember how to pronounce this guy's name. Fred Cacciore? Something like that. He's in a lot of stuff, too. Mega Charge Attack. That doesn't sound like something I want to do. So I guess we'll skip that after all. The other guys don't seem to have jobs to do yet. Temporal displacement. Oh, Larson. Nice. I want to displace some tempura right about now. Caught a cold blast. Well, you take it easy. Lots of bed rest and NyQuil. Nice. Don't forget your chicken soup. At some point, I really do need to try to finish up the rest of the bottles and treasures, probably. Does this thing tell me anything about how many? No. Hot water with honey? If you got a sore throat, yeah. Lemon and ginger. Well, that sounds pretty good, actually.
And whiskey.
That's an old classic remedy. That was a noise.
Okay, Sly.
Sorry about that.
It's time for Ryoichi to reclaim his sushi restaurant. It looks like the front door is the only entrance. We need to get rid of that guard if we're going to get Ryoichi inside. However, security is on high alert since we broke him out of jail, and we can't risk raising an alarm. I think this one is going to require some misdirection.
What do you mean?
I bet if you wore that samurai armor you stole, you'd be able to relieve that guard at the front door.
Right. Plus, I just look good in armor.
Please.
Mhm.
No one gets in or out, understand? I don't want any more problems.
He doesn't sound anything like Nathan Drake.
Dismissed.
Subtle. Bamboo cane. ×2.
Okay, Ryuichi. I guess I don't need to tell you about your own place. Quite ingenious of you to use your sushi knives and door keys, by the way.
Bentley-san, I am a ninja master.
Right. My bad. Anyway, my scan reveals your sushi knives are still here. The bad news is the guards definitely have them. There are also some security traps you've definitely never seen before.
Bentley-san, though the bamboo forest is dense, water flows through it without effort.
Yeah. Just be careful not to alert the guards. Now get those knives and take your restaurant back.
I was unable to practice my techniques while locked in that cage. Let me recall the leaping dragon technique.
Looks like you took the dual wield feat, hey?
First, I need to press and hold the R2 button to gather my focus, while using the left stick to direct my energy towards a target.
Nice. Seems like I can't do that unless I'm on a single point, though.
Ryuichi, my scan indicates one of the nearby guards has your knife.
First, I
Well.
will reclaim my knives. Then I will show El Jefe this shop cannot be closed.
There's only one guard nearby, so... Big knife.
One can only cut sushi properly with a knife this sharp. It appears my knife locks were not sufficient to keep trouble out.
Damn.
I must work on this. I wonder if any of these traps would provide a challenge. Sly and his friends are strong allies. I am truly in their debt.
Go. All right. Excuse me.
This is my finest knife. My sashimi will be perfect.
All right,
Perfect.
Ryuichi, only one more knife to go.
Looks like I can't get back over there and smash all that stuff up. Without waking that guy, I can't get back to take him out, so we'll just move on. Get that big yen, yeah. Gotta show off. Hey, if you got it, flaunt it, right?
True.
Whoa, that was close. Ah! Crap, those things really shake. Bonsai are gonna explode. Alright, which one of you fuckos got my stuff? You're gonna turn around, I don't trust you.
I really must clear these vermin from my restaurant.
What?
I will
How? Son of a bitch. Just pull the classic turn around out of nowhere for no reason maneuver. God, I hate that. Bam! Some good cash for those. Actually, wait. Let's go move for a little bit. So I can take this guy out without the other guy hearing it. Hopefully. There we go. Got him. Son of a bitch. The hell do you want from me, game? Fuck. Look, that one was my fault. The other ones were bullshit. That one was my fault. don't know how far away he has to get.
You can't escape!
What? Son of a bitch. Cannot catch a break. I heard nothing.
Where'd you go? Gotcha!
Fucking hell. Does this guy just have mega hearing or what? Like, his patrol route is just, I turn around totally at random. I'm gonna get rid of this other guy and then I'm gonna study the guy in the middle for a bit. Because he is full of shenanigans. He doesn't seem to ever turn around normally. But he always whips around when I get close to him. What the fuck? Do I have to actually walk slower?
I have you
Possibly.
now!
Nope, I was moving incredibly slowly and he got me anyway. What the hell? Maybe I need to cause a distraction. Try to make a noise in a way that he won't see me. What if I do this and then go over here?
Around here somewhere! Gotcha!
No. What if I attack him? Like, what if I stealth kill him? Although in the other games that usually breaks the item I'm trying to steal. But maybe they got rid of that. Maybe he didn't have it. I don't know who that guy is, Larson. Never heard of him. Well, on the plus side, I can just destroy the room now. Loot all my own money. Let's notice the rice bags have my own face on them. I guess I didn't just invent sushi, but I also have my own rice company.
Makes sense, rice is an important thing. In
what?
sushi.
What?
I said it makes sense, rice is an important thing in sushi.
Oh, yes. I thought you said race is an important thing, and I got real confused.
Only if you follow critical race theory.
Which nobody does, because nobody seems to understand what it is. There's so many people calling their own thing that, and when it's not.
There are a lot of people who follow it and argue about what it is. Kind of like Nietzsche.
See, that's the problem with whether or not people trust critical race theory, because very few people seem to have a clear understanding of what it actually is. Actually, did you hear what they're doing in Florida?
No, I didn't. Although it probably won't surprise me.
Actually, it probably will. They're trying to ban wokeism
theory.
in schools. Critical race theory. Right now, what am I supposed to do? Oh, we gotta get back up there. Well, it doesn't sound like you were that surprised by it after all, Kai.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. What was... Let me...
They're banning, like, woke nonsense in school curriculums.
That would be quite the thing to succeed in.
It would. Could be a very nice precedent as well. Oh, and also, not just from schools.
Florida doing it, though.
Right? From stuff like, you know how there's companies, like big corporations will be like, all of our employees have to go to a mandatory training class that will tell them why they're bad for being white people. That sort of stuff is going to get banned as well.
Yeah, that's something that should be banned, for sure.
Or at least, technically, I guess it was already banned, but nobody was enforcing it, and now they're going to enforce it. Something like that.
Like, I think there should have been, like, a major shitstorm, much more than there was when Coca-Cola Company sent out a memo to all of their employees telling them to stop being so white.
Yeah.
That's a problem. I mean, switch it around. Would it have been okay for them to do the same thing? Only stop being so black, stop being so Asian, stop being so insert whatever? No, so why is it okay to do it for anybody else?
Exactly. There's a lot of that kind of shit going around these days. Or also things like, we're looking to hand out a promotion for this job, but you can't get this promotion if you're white. Because that sure as fuck wouldn't go over well the opposite way around either, would it?
No, it would not. In fact, it didn't go over well at all, and that's... it's kind of a slap in the face to all of the white people, in all honesty, who fought for that equality are now getting shit on for it.
Coke should stop stealing water from African villages before they start moralizing towards anyone else. That too? Yeah. Okay, hold on, why can't I climb this? Because that thing's here. Sweet. I knew something seemed a little weird there. I remember somebody at one point saying that this game didn't feel as much like a Sly game as the other ones did, and I don't know why the hell they said that, because it seems to be structured pretty much exactly like the way Sly 2 was.
I don't know.
El Drapo. Yeah, we're gonna need that one. Silent Obliteration? Hell yes. I don't think I can afford anything else, but I think I got the new things. Oh, Murray got a job, you got a job. Yeah, let's go a little bit more Ryoichi. I like how he plays pretty much just the same as Sly, but with one extra move. And minus move. He doesn't have the paraglider, but he does have his little point-to-point jumpy thing. Oh, maybe that's how I get that one thing that I couldn't reach before. Wish I could remember where it was. Let's see. It was near some water and cliff. I think it was near the geisha's place. So back this way. Ooh. Can I destroy things from a range with this guy? Sure I can. Alright, you're gonna have to work on my puns, I guess. Kai didn't like that one.
I just hard stopped when I heard that. Oh my god, that was a hard stop that would have made a street dancer impressed.
Did I cause Kai.exe to stop working?
Yes.
Alright, so I guess we didn't find any other big actors for the game then? Oh well. David Lodge, the guy who voices the Beauregard and Majordomo Executus? Yeah? I'm not familiar with that name. David Lodge. He was carrying loonies. What? What loonies? Oops. Those, how are those loonies? Blast? I know it was a bird joke, but they're cranes. Wrong bird. Alright, hang on.
Hey, he's high.
Back this way. Yeah, he's all hopped up on NyQuil. Which is a pretty good state to be in. We've gone the wrong way, but memory was vague on it. Yes, I am from the place with that money, which is why I know it looks nothing like it. It's semi-close to a toonie, though. What is that shenanigans going on over there? Ah. Okay. And... Yoink. Yoink. Bugs Bunny, Minister of the Treasury? Wow. The Looney Tunes money? I mean, pretty much. We have animals on all of our money. Actually, I can't remember how it is in America. What's on the tails side of American money?
An eagle.
Is it always an eagle
Usually.
for all of them?
No, for the
Not
penny,
for
it's
all
a
of them.
shield for some fucking reason.
Oh. Hi, raise. Thought I heard a raise. Guess not.
You did. I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Hello. And of course, you'll be happy to know that 2 of the animals on our monies are a beaver and a moose. I'm not even kidding.
And confirm I've seen these.
Okay.
That's the nickel and the quarter.
Yep. And for some reason, you also have a cow every once in a while on your money.
You do? Well, that wasted a lot of my time.
Yeah, they call her something else over in England, though.
I don't get it.
The queen. She's on the heads of the side of the money. For some reason.
Sorry, Queenie. That was rude.
I don't know. Some people like to pretend that the queen's in charge of the country for some reason. Alright, I don't know how long that treasure's going to take to respawn, or if it'll even do it while I'm here. So we'll move on.
Hey, she could be if she gave a shit, but fact of the matter is that she doesn't.
No, I mean even at all, like, whether she gave a shit or not. She's not. She's not really in charge of the country. She's technically... As I understand it, the only thing she's got is that she technically has the power to dissolve our government, like our parliament, if she wanted to.
Exactly, and that's what I meant. If she really gave a shit, she could control Canada, but she doesn't.
Yeah, but I mean, the other, also, even not just that, but aside from that fact, there's also, if she chose to do it one day, is Canadian government just gonna be like, oh, okay, and go home? Or are gonna say, no, how about fuck you?
It depends if that buffoon Trudeau is in control or not.
Yeah, I don't know if even he would do it.
The United States has Florida Man, Canada has Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
And Quebec.
The thing is that he's actually
Quebec.
proud of that fact.
Which fact? The fact that...
That he's a living meme. He loves it. Which, I mean, at least he's aware that he's a buffoon. Like, we've gone, multiple decades with leaders that were not aware that they were buffoons, so, hats off to Trudeau on this one. He at least fucking knows.
You mean like the current one and the one before that?
Politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very convinced that the last president of this country that was ever aware that we had a buffoon in office, and we re-elected him, was Bill Clinton.
Yes.
Because, well, in George
Mr.
Carlin's words,
Flintstein.
in George Carlin's words, he got up and said, "Hey, America, I'm completely full of shit, and how do you like that?" Well, at least he's honest.
Yeah? Also, apparently I missed something Larson said. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, he's credited with voicing Circumference. That's a good pun. Which he are we talking about right now, though? The David Lodge guy?
Yeah.
I still say the best fence pun goes to Pratchett, though. They had an incredible pun for that in Discworld. So for those not familiar with Discworld, it is called Discworld because the world is a big flat disc.
Ah, so the flat earthers are actually right in the movie. That's
for that world, they would be right.
Yes, but I would rather them not be right at all.
But, so in their story, of course, this means all the water is constantly flowing off the edge of the disc. And in order to make sure that things of value do not get washed over the edge of the world with the water, they set up a rope spanning around the whole disc to catch objects that might get washed out. This rope is called the circumfence.
I love it. That's actually the thing, though, isn't it, though? Is when it comes to flat earthers, they don't actually believe in flat earth, they believe in disc earth, and there's a difference.
Discs are flat.
Right. But flat is not a disc.
Can be.
Flat.
No.
No. Flat is two-dimensional.
Right? Which can be a disc.
A disc is not two-dimensional.
Why not?
Because it
has a third dimension.
It has height.
Does it?
Yes.
All right. What
A
would you call it
CD
instead,
is a
then?
disc.
What would you call a flat circle then?
A
Also, I think they do believe that it has 3 dimensions.
flat earthers?
Disc, yes.
It's just not in a sphere.
Yes, flat earthers exactly believe in 3 dimensions. That's why they don't believe in flat earth. They believe in disc earth.
I mean, when they
See,
say flat, they
the
just mean
like-
not sphere.
That's not what flat means. We can beat them with pedantics, okay?
Sadly, I don't think they'll accept that.
Well, they're already too stupid to accept basic scientific facts, so...
Exactly.
There's actually some crazy intelligent flat earthers out there that I've had the pleasure of having conversations with, and they really are. They're fun when they get to that level.
Does anybody want to give us a guess what pretty in pinker could possibly mean?
I know one meaning for it.
Pinker?
Yeah.
I'm a little worried to ask.
I'll leave you guessing.
Rude.
That's probably for the best.
No, Kai, you're rude.
No, you're rude.
No, you, because you've never answered my question.
What question?
The one from yesterday.
It would be rude of me to answer your question. So
And it's rude
therefore,
to not answer my question.
if I am rude from 2 different directions, then double negative is a positive. I'm not rude.
But you're not rude from 2 directions. You're only rude from 1.
No, I'm rude in 2.
No.
And
one.
Larson, yes, when you separate sir and cumference, then starting a word with cumference does just sound a bit odd. Or look odd, at least, anyway.
And you are rude in 1 direction.
2.
No, it's 1 because you're not answering the question. If you answer the question, that would
Alright,
be rude for the
I need
other
you guys
person.
to stop arguing for a minute, because we're about to have a cutscene.
Okay, Ryuichi, the plan's simple. El Jefe only comes out of the castle to talk to Madame Geisha. If we want to know what he tells her, we're going to need her costume. The good news is, I discovered she's on vacation, and El Jefe doesn't know it yet. The bad news is, it looks like the geisha house is locked up tight. There's no way to get in from the street. If only you could get to the roof.
Ah, for a ninja, there is always a way.
Okay.
Talk to you inside, Bentley-san.
Also, it's looking like Madame Geisha here might be a feeder.
Food. I don't know.
No food.
Ooh.
Oh!
Also, Blast Action would like to know if Molly Ringwald is in it.
I don't know.
That'll be difficult to answer when we don't know what it is.
Probably Ringworld.
I have no idea who the
I don't know what
person is.
Ringworld is. I've never heard of it. Is it the sequel to Discworld?
I don't know.
Oh no, Ringworld. That's that game where you shoot aliens with Master Chief.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. I love that game trolled all of its players with the big unmasking scene.
Ryuichi, it appears that Madame Geisha's outfit is locked inside that large container.
That was just brilliant.
Also, you'll probably want to stay off the floor in here. No sense alerting the guards.
Of course. Does a cat alert the rats?
Right. Okay. We can get in through the top, but judging from the lock mechanism, it appears to be open remotely. I'm going to need you to locate and activate the control devices. It looks like the doorway to the first wing is open. There's bound to be one in there, and a whole load of traps, so be careful.
Arigato, Bentley-san. I do not see how Murray-san will fit into that outfit. Perhaps he is very flexible.
Perhaps the outfit is bigger than you think.
Bigger on the inside.
Lewd. Yes, we know she's an actress, Blast. Oh, Pretty in Pink. Okay. He's referring to the name of the mission. I get it now. Okay. Let's see. Looks like she's had some work done. A rhinoplasty. Whoa. That was loud.
Weird that was loud and further away from my microphone than I have been this whole time.
Why is that giving me a thing there? There's nothing to latch onto there. Huh. Well, let's see what happens. Oh.
I'm gonna distance myself because...
Naughty kitty.
Distance yourself from what?
From the microphone because I'm doing some sanding.
Ah.
Well, it's working. Alright, I gotta do something over here first, I guess. Yoink.
These traps are almost too easy for a ninja.
Guy's real proud of himself. There is a lot of cleavage in these paintings. Probably because it's a geisha house. I like it when it's not coming from a rhino.
Yeah, we all have our own favorite furries.
I'm not sure I do.
We really like bunnies.
I mean, who doesn't?
Me.
I'm not sure if I would say favorite, though.
I don't really have much of a thing for bunnies. Mostly because most of them are vapid.
I wouldn't know. I've never met any. It's a bit on the nose. Wah, wah. Wrong button. Alright, let's see. Ooh, there's multiple guys in here. That's not good for stealth takeouts. If this guy comes over here far enough.
Does stealth takeout come with more than one fortune cookie, though?
I'm gonna need 3 orders of stealth takeout. Because unfortunately the stealth takeout does cause some noise. And then we'll just bypass it. It's easier. Bow! I didn't even know there was a mask there. Sweet. See you later, chumps. But you won't.
That sandpaper is junk.
What in all of the fuck is going on in here? Why do they have stomach nipples? That's a hell of an outie.
I have a lot of questions.
Me too, and I don't want a single one of them answered.
Exactly. Like, I have a lot of questions. I don't want any answers.
Or as I've said before, don't ask questions because you might get answers. Sometimes that is not what you want. Yeah. Alright. Oh, let's go for one of these ones. Aha.
The device is just across the room.
It's very handy when the lasers are moving at the same speed as you're walking. Oh. That was weirder than both floor tiles and Wonder Bread. Weird kinks. Certainly. I certainly question how somebody can be sexually excited by floor tiles.
Okay, Ryuichi, lock me
Or
into
Wonder
that
Bread.
terminal and I'll take care of business.
I don't know what Wonder
Well, it's
Bread
better
is.
than eating it.
What do logs have to do with it?
Wonder Bread is...
Not good.
It's something.
It's made less shitty by being made into toast, but it's still mediocre toast.
Okay, time to try out my new code cracker.
Oh shit.
I need to guide the
Uh-oh.
spark through the circuit before
Oh fuck.
that.
Okay, I need to switch controllers apparently. Because I need a controller with motion controls in it to do this. Hang on.
The good old 6-axis.
When 5 axes just won't be enough.
Hello, Path.
Hey, it's Pathweave. What are you reading? I don't know. Good question.
Timer runs out. Good thing I programmed the guidance system to use my motion sensor. I just need to tilt in the direction I want the spark to travel. Okay, if I press the right button, the spark should jump the gap to the next wire.
What button?
Okay, if I press the right button, the spark should jump the gap to the next wire. My new code cracker. I need to guide the spark through the circuit.
What button is the quote-unquote right button?
Good thing I programmed the guidance system to use my motion.
The right button.
I just need to tilt in the direction I want the spark to travel.
Apparently.
I didn't mean for that to sound as smart-assy as it did.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you either. Not for a second. Okay, this one. It's right on the D-pad, apparently. Which makes sense.
It's the right button.
Yeah. Or in that case, up.
It's the button on the right. Is that better?
That's the ironic thing is, it's actually on the left.
You finished Dark Souls. Nice.
Oh, I guess Pathweave didn't come across the DLC then, because it is kind of hidden, honestly. Actually, it's very hidden. So you took out the 4 kings then, eh? Nice job.
I was listening to it softly on a tab that I apparently can now close out of.
Now
Weird.
Path needs to play Dark Souls 3 modded with cinders.
Or at all. Because that was Dark Souls 1. Cinders is pretty good, though.
Sorry, I've been I've been watching stream VODs of Cinder.
I've got Cinder installed, but I haven't played much of it yet. I've got tons of other games waiting to be played as well. Fun fact, by the way, Path, if you... Okay, this is a difficult thing to pull off and actually kind of a secret thing, but if you had managed to save Solaire, you could have summoned him to help you fight Gwyn at the end. But knowing how to do that is incredibly obscure. Also, I didn't want to be on this rope, and now I can't jump back to the other things. I'm a little annoyed at that part of how this game works, actually. I can do the super leap from these points onto a rope. Oops. But I can't super leap from the rope back to the points.
That's stupid.
So if I super leap to the wrong thing, I'm stuck there.
Agent Hawk going in!
Until you
That
decide
looked
to
painful.
jump off.
Please be careful. That cable looks rather delicate.
Have no fear, the Murray is here!
I mean, yeah, I can jump off the rope, but I mean, I can't easily go back to where I started. Sometimes getting back to the point I started from is a little bit of a pain.
Looks like we're going to have to try out your disguise a bit earlier than expected. I hope you remember the routine we rehearsed.
You there! What's going on? Explain yourself!
And yeah, Path, sometimes they're for other players, sometimes they're for NPCs.
ninja! Please allow me to entertain you!
Although I usually play in offline mode, so I only ever see the NPC ones. Well, Murray's got hips for days, I'll tell you that. Alright, time for DDR. It's almost like we're playing Dark Souls. Too early on that one.
Good night, Larson.
Have a good one, Larson. To be honest, Kai, you never expected to see Maria like this, did you?
Can't say as I did.
The sultry side of our boy.
It probably could have gone without, too.
I mean, he's killing the drag game, you gotta admit.
True. It reminds me, it's been forever since I've been to a drag show. I need to do that again.
I've never been.
Oh, they're a ton of fun.
Especially when Murray's the one dancing. Then it's a literal ton. Oh, that could be his dancer's name. Tons of fun. Ah, yes. Feudal Japan, well known for its green paper money. Yeah. Yuichi was into it. This is better than the dancing game in 2 and 3, though. Actually, yeah, I think it was both of them. Remember that little follow the dot shit they had us doing?
Yeah.
This is much less annoying.
True. It looks like it.
I wouldn't call the gameplay fun, but it's also not annoying. It's just kind of there. The cutscene's amusing, but I can't really see most of it because I'm concentrating on these things on the bottom. But Murray looks like he's having fun. Up on stage next, Lady Maga. I'm still highly amused that that's an actual drag queen. Probably got shitty views considering her name, but she dresses up well. I would not have known it was not an actual woman had I not been told. Also, look at Murray. He's just as excited as ever. Alright, let's see. Let's give that a quick Rico Save. Alright, let's see who we can raid.
Oh shit, it is that time of day. Night.
It is.
Fuck me, Purple.
Time flies when there's a geisha hippo dancing, eh?
Evidently. That or you're fighting with a prop that you've been working on all day. But, you know.
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. Alright, let's see. 2 people playing Assassin's Creed. Oh, speaking of Assassin's Creed, did you hear the news?
That there's a crossover between Valhalla and Odyssey.
Odyssey? Yes, that's the news. It looks weird. It looks real weird. Cassandra and Ivor actually meet up somehow. Although, somebody pointed out that, spoilers for Assassin's Creed Odyssey if people haven't seen the ending of it, but Cassandra does become literally immortal, so it could happen. They could meet. Hundreds of years apart, doesn't matter. But from what I understand, there's a new mission in both games, so I'm going to have to reinstall both of them. Let's see what's going on. Because apparently it's a free update, so why not? I'm real curious to see what they're going to do with it. Anyway. Let's see. Escape from Tarkov, we're not going to watch that. Alright, let's... Well... I haven't rated Adam in a little bit. Let's see what he's doing. Exploring the ancient Greek countryside. Alright, so he's playing... Actually, they're both playing Odyssey. But I've rated Tony more recently than Adam, so we're going to rate Adam.
Alright.
Alright, have a good night, everybody.
Yep.
And it's time for more Factory and Pollution on Monday. By the way, when we get to the next, when we finish the next space elevator stage, I have mathed out some nice optimal ratings for aluminum factories.
Oh.
I don't know if we'll get there this week. Well, the aluminum production is especially weird because there's like 3 stages to it, and stage 1 requires water as one of the inputs. Water and bauxite, and then I think stage 2 has water as a byproduct. But it's in weird, like, it's more complicated than it might sound like at first to be able to get rid of it, because you can feed some of that byproduct back into stage 1 that requires it as an input, but you got to get your ratios right so that you don't fuck up the ratio and then lock up your factory because the inputs or outputs are stuck, you know?
That makes sense.
Because as I've said before, if your outputs fill up, it stops functioning. So if the water output fills up and has nowhere to go, you can't continue making your aluminum scrap because your water's full.
Right.
But I found the right ratio to balance it out.
Nice.
And also to make sure that we will be needing... Here, I'll show you. Here's my super quick, very rough note on it. I don't expect you to be able to read it, but here it is, my little piece of paper. In order to keep everything at rate, we will have to be bringing in 600 bauxite ore per minute and 900 water per minute. So we won't have it at fully at rate. It kind of fuels back into itself because in order to be able to transport 600 ore per minute, we have to have Mark V conveyor belts. But we have to make the aluminum to get Mark V conveyor belts. So it'll be running at not full capacity initially. But yeah, so that'll be a thing. But I've got that figured out for when we get there.
Nice.
Which will probably be next week, not this week, but we might get close. We might unlock it. I don't know. We'll see. I forget how many milestones we got through, and it all mostly depends on how the space elevator bit goes, but we'll get there. All right, let's raid Atom Mouse.
Raid. Sounds good to me.
All right. Good night, everybody.
I
think I saved, but I'm going to save again to be paranoid. All right. Here we go. Bye-bye.
Bye.